Welcome to part 2 of Fast Food Still Life in the style of artist Noah Ferrier. We are doing a fast food still life using, well, I'm doing McDonald's, but you can use, like I said in the last video, you can use anything that is food related. It could be stuff from home, it could be from your favorite cafe, it could be from your favorite fast food restaurant, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Popeyes, whatever it is to you, you can do it, okay? So as you can see, I actually already kind of started. I wanted to do the background, lower background at least, because it's kind of boring, but I got that started just so that it has time to dry. I'm going to be using my gouache set. They're called Himi. Oh, that's upside down. They're called Himi. I get them on Amazon. You can probably get them at Michael's, or, I don't really know. They also sell a $5 small version at Five Below. I'm also using 2 cups of water. One to get dirty. You can see this one's already getting kind of dirty. And then one for clean water. That way I can rinse them off and get them dirty in this cup, and then obtain clean water from the second cup. So that's 2 cups. As well as a paper towel, whoopsie, just to clean off my brush as needed. And of course, my reference photo. So I did my bottom background. The top I can deal with later. I'm going to start working on the items in the front. I can give them a first layer of color. I'll start with the cheeseburger. So I'm going to use a little bit of the same brown that I used for the background, but I'm going to mix a different color in with it. And I can also do multiple layers. Make sure you have a variety of paintbrushes, that you're not using the same brush every single time you paint your image. You're going to need different sizes to fill different little crevices or smaller little areas. Like here, this one doesn't really work for this, so I'll grab something a little smaller. Again, just getting all the little nooks and crannies. So even though this brown is the same as the background, I'm using more of it. I'm being more generous with it so that it's a different shade of brown. But I'm also going to mix another color in with it. I have a yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is like that darkish yellow brown color. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. And I'm just going to kind of mix it in there. And that's going to create the bun. Is it perfect? No. Doesn't have to match. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as I know what it is, and as long as you're confident with it, you should be in pretty good shape. Mix them together. Feel free to go over your Sharpie lines if you outlined with different colored Sharpies. No one's gonna bother you with that. And if they do, explain it to them. That's an opportunity that's a teaching opportunity. You'll notice that a lot of the color is gone. So I have to clean off the brush. You always want to clean it off before you go back to your color, because the new color that you mixed here could contaminate the color in your palette, and you don't want that. You don't have to blend it perfectly. Noah Ferrier has a painterly quality to his work, which you'll see in the slideshow. I've also linked his website so that you can look at his work. Okay. Kind of round it out a little bit. Again, does not have to be perfect. And then you'll see a little bit here. Pick up some of what's here, throw it in down here. Okay. While this is drying, I can't do the green for the lettuce just yet because it's still so wet that it will actually mix together. Just kind of moving the paint around because it's pooling together in one area. So just picking it up and just kind of moving the paint around. Since I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna go over here to this little cactus. I personally love the aloe vera. That's one of my favorite plants. I'm gonna start with the light green. Again, you want to use a smaller brush for these smaller detailed objects, because that big brush would have destroyed it. Okay. That sound you're hearing in the background is the fan, because my room is a little toasty. And I don't want to paint in other teachers' classrooms. I don't want to get paint on their nice tables. Okay, so I've already got it started. Now when I say that I start with the light green, I really do mean I'm going to start with it, and then I'm going to finish with a different green, a different shade of green. You can also use yellow. It depends on what plant you're doing, what plant is in your house, or that you want to choose to use. It does not have to be anything specific. I went with a darker green just to kind of add a little bit of depth to it. This makes some shadows, just makes it look a little more realistic. Just to add a little bit of that atmospheric, that depth to it. Okay, not sure if you can see it. And then if I really want, I can add some yellow, because sometimes aloe vera has a bunch of different colors in it. You might not see it at first, but as you get to know color better, you'll start to notice that everything has different layers of color in them. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of this yellow. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave it for now, because now it's very wet. I don't wanna mess with it anymore. I'm gonna do something similar with the French fries. I'm gonna start them off with yellow. And the reason I'm starting with yellow is because everyone knows that McDonald's French fries are, of course, that iconic yellow color. But when you spend some time looking at them, you'll notice the nuances. You'll notice that some of them have brown in them. Some of them are a little bit more orangey than others. Some of them might even have kind of a light pale thing going on. I can also pull this yellow down into this part of the packaging. There's that yellow lip there. Here's the photograph again. You can see that little yellow lip in the packaging itself. If you're using the gouache, you have to wet the paint and let it sit for at least 10 minutes, because it's going to take a few minutes for it to absorb the water, and then it's going to take a few more minutes for all that pigment to really open up and release. It's okay if you make a mistake. It's okay if it goes over a little bit. Okay. And then again, just come back to it when you're ready to come back to it. Let it dry a little bit. Just a little case in point here. So this is the dirty water. You can see it's getting kind of green. And then here's the clean water. This is for if I want to add more water to a color, or if I need to clean off a brush. You always want to put all the super dirty brushes here first, and then do another second rinse in the other one. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna do the flowers. I have pinks and I have purples, so I'm gonna jump on those real quick, because I'm waiting for everything else to dry. And again, it does not have to be fast food. It can be coffee, it could be tea, it could be candy, it could be ice cream, it could be something that you enjoy, something that speaks to you. The process is more important than the final product. I am more concerned with you understanding how to do this, why we're doing it. We're doing it because it's a very popular form of art, and it teaches you to slow down, to look at what you're painting. It teaches you just to kind of focus on just the one thing. Please don't watch TV or cartoons when you're doing this, or a movie. I would prefer you listen to music. You can even listen to a documentary, but I don't want you to be distracted because you're supposed to be in the moment with this kind of project. I want you to be part of the process here. And if you're distracted by watching something else, which we're all guilty of, I do it all the time, but if you are distracting yourself and watching something and your eyes are going towards another attention-seeking, attention-grabbing program, then you're not going to be as happy with this result, with the final product. So it's important to spend time really being in the moment. This is a great time to listen to music or a podcast. I like to listen to the Magnus Archives. I like to listen to documentaries about the Titanic. Welcome to Night Vale. Those are some of the really interesting things that I like to listen to. There's also documentaries about food. You know, there's things that I love Indian food, so I like to listen to the history of different foods, where they came from, things like that. So I chose red for the soda, just because I love Dr. Pepper. Red is usually associated with Coca-Cola, so, you know, do what you can. You can do blue, Pepsi, whatever works for you. And pay attention to little details. If I were to do Dunkin' Donuts, their straws are orange and pink. McDonald's are usually, I don't remember. I want to say that they were white and yellow. That's what I remember, at least. Some of them use the biodegradable ones that are green. So make sure you think about those little things. So this big brush, this is not going to work for me anymore down in these smaller areas. So I'm going to put the brush in the dirty thing. And I use a smaller brush to get those smaller details. Those little crevices. Oh, I made a mistake. Whatever. You can see how that blooms in because it's not fully dry. So but you know what? That's on me. That's my decision. That's my mistake. And I'm just going to live with it. Can always fix it later. Going back in some of these darker areas. Fixing things up here. Fix that up. Make that a little more interesting. So because I did make a mistake, I just take a little bit of paper towel, just plop it right in there, and just pull up the color. That's it. Easy peasy. You'll notice that the painting is kind of shiny. That means it's still wet. So I don't want you to rush through this. This is probably going to take me like at least an hour. I'm not going to rush through it. I don't want you to rush through it. I know that you are all perfectly capable of doing this to the best of your ability. So please take your time with doing this. Again, the process is more important than the product. Just like the journey is more important than the arrival. This is how we learn. All right, I'm choosing this. So you'll notice here, take a look at my gouache set, right? I have a lot of different colors here. I have the yellow, I have this orangey color, and I have the ochre. I'm going to use the orangey color to do the cheese because the yellow has already been used for the French fries. I'm going to use some of that orangey, cheesy color as a shadow, but I'm also going to use it for the cheese in the cheeseburger. Now you might be asking yourself, what is she talking about? Orange for the shadow. There's no such thing as an orange shadow. So a lot of people, especially when we're little, we are taught that your shadow is black. Shadows are not black. Shadows are simply the absence of light, and it depends on what the absence of light is falling over. So in this instance, well, let's say actually that we're out at the playground and you're watching your little sister, your little cousin, your little brother, whoever, you're taking your dog for a walk, and your shadow is being cast upon the grass. Your shadow is not going to turn the grass black. It's just going to become a darker shade of green. Same thing with the French fries. They're not going to turn black because of a shadow. They're going to turn into a darker shade of yellow, which in this case can be, in fact, this orange. I'm being kind of streaky with it, but it's going to add a level of dimension. Even if I put my own hand over it, see the green here? No shadow, shadow. It's still green, it's just a darker shade of green. So remember that, a shadow is not black. A shadow is not gray, it's just the absence of light going over a color. You also want to use multiple colors, like I'm doing with the French fries, because that again is how we create depth. That's how we create the realism. If you want to get really realistic with it, be my guest, feel free to do that. I am not that good. I'll notice that there's a lot of water. It's a little juicy. So I'm just gonna peel it up and I can come back to it when it's ready. I'll just leave it for now. I'm going to continue painting this. I don't think I'm going to record this whole entire video. I think you all know exactly what you need to do. I don't think you need me to show you everything because you are more than capable of doing it. I'll show you the end result, but I want you to get started. I want you to start painting or using colored pencil, markers, whatever it is that you want to use. You do not have to do this the way that I did it. Okay, don't feel like you have to copy me. You can copy me if you want to, that's fine. You can also look at Noah Ferrier's work on his website, which is linked in the slideshow. But please, the most important thing is that you take your time, that you paint something that you want to paint. Make sure that it's something you enjoy. If you prefer Starbucks, if you prefer, it could even be popcorn. You go to the movie, you get popcorn, you get some junk food at the popcorn store. Can you believe me? At the movie theater, you can do that. It could be a favorite restaurant. If you're more fancy, like I personally, my favorite is Indian food. I love Indian food. I also love sushi. Maybe you can do sushi or Indian food or tacos. You can do whatever you want. It does not have to be this kind of fast food, especially if you're not into it. If you're vegetarian and you're not comfortable with a cheeseburger, go ahead and do vegetarian. Do smoothies with fruit. Whatever works for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable, but just have fun doing it. Spend your time really looking at what you're doing. Try to avoid super big distractions like movies or TV or cartoons. Try not to watch any video game plays. Just listen to some music or a podcast or a documentary that doesn't need you to look at anything. You don't need to be further distracted when you are more than capable of doing this without looking at something else. That's pretty much it. I'm going to keep going, and I just want you to enjoy the process. All right, can't wait to see what you've made. Make sure that you upload it to Google Classroom for a grade. You should get 100 points for this. Don't forget to also do a background. I'm still not quite ready to do my background yet. Haven't decided what color I'm going to do just yet. I might do that yellow ochre color. But have fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing your final creation. Bye.